I'm Jane Pauley, and this is Sunday Morning. Tomorrow is Memorial Day, the day we set aside for honoring all the warriors who have died in the service of our country. This morning, we honor not only the dead, but also the living, the survivors of the lost platoon, a unit that suffered one of the worst ordeals on the American side during the war in Vietnam. John Blackstone will report our cover story.
You're lying there, you taste blood in your mouth.
Yes, I thought for sure I was going to die.
CBS News first told the story of the lost platoon in 1967.
We laid there all night and played dead.
In 1982, we met the survivors again at the Vietnam Memorial. Now, 50 years after the battle, they reflect on lives lived and lives lost.
And may you never, ever be forgotten.
Ahead on Sunday Morning.
We'll have questions this.
Sat down and hearing the A Company coming. Recounted by fire, and we didn't know what it was.
And then they went to the wall to remember their dead friends.
Thank you very much.
They found Robert Sanzone. They found Bruce Grandstaff, the platoon sergeant. Richie Nixon gave his widow the Medal of Honor. They stood and looked, mostly in silence, and found the names of all their friends, all their dead friends. They took pictures so they could carry home their dead friends' names.
That's the whole platoon.
The names brought memory and emotion flooding back.
I came here for, I don't know, a resolve, and maybe it will. Maybe these guys are. Oh no.
Are you yet?
Not 100%. Not yet.
Tom Sears and Victor Remsen and Clifford Roundtree came to this place to remember together what they could never, anyway, forget. This place, this week, is full of memory.
Clifford Roundtree and his two buddies from the lost platoon were clearly bearing the emotional scars of battle back in 1982. So how are they today? John Blackstone picks up their story.
50 years to the day after most of his platoon. It's another.
A smell or a sight, something will throw you back into that.
My whole platoon, all 30 of us, are down under that smoke. You can see
In the ambush, Victor Renza took a bullet in the back. You're lying there, you taste blood in your mouth.
Yes. I thought for sure I was going to die.
50 years later, to the day, he carried a wreath to the Vietnam Memorial.
This list is the guys that were killed in my platoon that day.
That's a lot of guys.
They take up a whole section of the wall. There it is.
Back in 1982, it was Renza who organized the survivors' reunion at the wall. But he's returned many times since.
I feel a calmness about going there. And I see my friends' names, and I'm okay with it. I know that I got to deal with it. I moved on with my life.
coming home is hard.
Clifford Roundtree now admits that back in 1982, he was struggling to stay sober. A battle that he's been winning for more than 30 years.
It took some changes in my life to be able to look at it in a way where I could accept it and not be at war with it. Let go of some of the anger about it.
Years, the lives of the survivors have largely been defined by that one day, May 18th, 1967.
I have a daughter who got married 5 years ago and insisted that her wedding would be on May 18th. Wow. This is hard to talk about. So I tried to talk her out of it, and she said, no, I want that to be a happy day for you.
So that wedding day, May 18th, you walked your daughter...
I walked her down, and the guys who fought side by side with me that day were sitting at the reception and at the church.
And on May 18th this year, the 50th anniversary of the battle, she joined her father at the Vietnam Memorial.
This is Victoria, better known as Tori.
Glad to meet you. No crying. No crying. Not allowed.
This is so good to be here at this wall and honor these guys. Thank you for your service.
Platoon of the Vietnam War is a story CBS News has been covering for half a century. Of the 8 survivors, 3 have been sharing their experiences with us over the years. This morning, we bring their story up to date. To begin, our late CBS News colleague Bruce Morton sets the stage. His report is from 1982.
Some of these fellows, I've even forgotten their names.
But Tom Sears never forgot the day. So he took his wife and children to stay with friends and drove to Washington, remembering. Victor Renza left his house in Peekskill, New York, and went to Washington, remembering. Clifford Roundtree flew from Chicago, remembering.